just another day in America. I really didn't feel no way about it, other than that's just how it is.
I'm telling you, for your own benefit, you had better turn around and get out of this age. You think you're not sinful, huh? Well, then go back to your church and pray.
Well, sir, can we pray together, you and I?
I don't want you to pray for
Well,
me.
will you pray, sir? Sir,
I don't have to love anybody I don't want to love.
For all who have fallen prey, you gotta ask yourself, who are you and what are you doing it all for? Then ask yourself, what is our purpose?
I have experienced so much pain. In the past 3 years, I had thought that I had obtained about as much as a human being can bear in his lifetime. It turns out I was sadly mistaken. Yesterday, June 11th, myself and 2 other friends went out during Michigan's second day of restaurants and bars being reopened to explore what we thought would be an amazing evening. Turns out, it was anything but.
So let's see how long it takes for me to get a drink at SoHo. Because when I walked in, he was waiting on somebody else. And then he said, this one right here will be right with you. I've been standing here for about 4 good minutes waiting on a cocktail. So let's see how long it takes. Just waiting.
This video was taken by me on my personal iPhone at SoHo, Ferndale. As you can see in the video, it starts at about 4 minutes. I didn't want to right away take out a camera because I didn't want to be profiled for trying to view or capture injustice. As the video goes on, you can see that there are 2 bartenders on either side of the bar. Discrimination is not okay. Racism is not okay. Segregation of any kind, of any human being, is not okay.
So I was just put on hold again and told that it'll be a few more minutes before I receive the drink. So it's been like 6 minutes that I've been standing in the same spot now. So we'll see what happens in the future. But you see the pride flag behind me, right? Yeah, full of it, full of pride and unity. So we're leaving because he didn't even ask me if I wanted a drink. He didn't ask me if I needed a drink and needed help. Instead, he just walked to the other customers and took care of them instead of taking care of me. But I'm in a place where I'm supposed to be accepting. You see the flag on the wall? That's a different kind of flag. See, I don't even fit into that flag. I don't. See the bartender?
We were met with not so much equality. We were met with not so much anger. I believe we were met with discrimination. I believe we were met with oppression. I believe we were met with the systematic racism that has bellowed itself into the minds of white America so deep to where they don't even know it exists. SoHo, Ferndale, I want you to know I am highly disappointed as well as emotionally hurt and distressed by the treatment of 3 African American patrons right after some of your staff participated in a movement for Black Lives Matter. You have the fist right in front of the rainbow in an advertisement that you placed on this day. It felt like that same fist was a knee. A knee placed on my neck, stopping me and my friends from enjoying a beautiful evening out on the town. A knee on the neck of African Americans everywhere who simply want to cross 8 Mile. It's hard enough being a black man.
I said, if you look, Google right now, Jay Farrow, you will see that you made a big mistake. They come back, they say, we're sorry, we just got a call in that it's not you.
Many white Southerners have been taught from infancy that Black Americans were not as smart or important as white Americans. In the Southern states, African Americans were segregated, meaning they were separated because of race. Even though the 13th and 14th Amendments were clear on civil rights, the Southern states got around to the constitutional laws by passing the Jim Crow laws.
It's even harder being a black, gay man. It's time we started opening the envelopes and having those uncomfortable conversations. African Americans come out to communities because we are a part of them. We come out to communities that we're supposed to be welcomed into, and we're treated like this.
So let's see how long it takes for me to get a drink of SoHo. Because when I walked in, he was waiting on somebody else. And then he said, this one right here will be right with you. I've been standing here for about 4 good minutes waiting on a cocktail. So let's see how long it takes. So we're leaving because he didn't even ask me if I wanted a drink. He didn't ask me if I needed a drink and needed help. Instead, he just walked to the other customers and took care of them instead of taking care of me.
Luckily, we were able to go down the street to Como's, Ferndale. Wonderful experience with beautiful service and an excellent server. So the day wasn't a total loss. However, my guest that had came in from Memphis to spend time with her friend that she hadn't seen in over almost 10 years, her first taste of Michigan was Michigan's white supremacy at its finest. Thank goodness for Como's, Ferndale. They were amazing. Food, bellissimo. I will ask you from my heart. I'll ask you from the depths of my soul. Treat us as you wish to be treated. The voices we need to hear are the voices of the people who haven't been able to have a voice for over 60 years. I promise to be that voice, a voice of truth, a voice of unbiased opinions, a voice of the people, for the people, by the people. This is the manager's response to how I was treated in his establishment. Notice how he apologized for my experience and not the shameful treatment I, as well as countless other African Americans, have encountered in his establishment. If the manager had simply said, I apologize
for how you and your party were treated in my establishment, and I will have a conversation with my staff. And again, I deeply apologize. Instead, you choose to do as our president has done and make the accused the accuser, trying to disrespect the components of my very intelligence. Had his tone had been one of concern or compassion, this entire dialogue would have been different. But no more. I can't be silenced, because if I do, I can't breathe.
I am D1 for the people, and this is your daily dose.
You gotta ask yourself, who are you and what are you doing it all for? Then ask yourself, what is happening?